Good morning, everyone. Welcome back. Oh, I don't really do that, do I? Anyway, yeah, it's Sunday. What is everyone up to today? I hope you're all well, and I thought I'd talk a little bit about yesterday's, excuse me, yesterday's therapy training day, which I, obviously in the last video was about to go to. So we're kind of following on from there. So yeah, I had, after that video, I went off to my lecture on attachment theory, and I'll run through a few things. If you're not interested, skip through it. I won't be offended because I know it's not for everyone. The whole like psychotherapy and psychology stuff, and maybe you're more interested in like the self-care side and mental health. So attachment theory, it's essential for survival. It focuses on real interactions, and it kind of considers the theory is that the main source of anxiety in childhood is the threat of losing the attachment figure. So that could be like the caregiver, the parents, whoever is providing care for the child. So yeah, Bowlby, who kind of created this idea, he linked together studies on animals and humans, such as Lorenz's study on ducks and Harlow's study on, I can't remember how to pronounce that, monkeys. And yeah, so if I really quickly go through some stuff. So there's this idea of secure bases, which is essentially the need for physical proximity, but for that physical proximity to be good, like good proximity. So the child is free to explore the world and form other relationships. The child knows that he can return to their caregiver if distressed, in pain or frightened. The caregiver will provide comfort, reassurance and love. So yeah, if the child feels secure and safe, they can explore and trust that there'll be someone to return to. It's kind of like the secure base concept. And when a caregiver is ambivalent, traumatized, scared, emotionally unavailable, the child doesn't develop a base. Winnicott, who's another kind of like theorist, psychologist, etc., says, well, he was, says, I don't think he's still alive, no, says they also need to be frustrated. So the child needs to be frustrated to learn how to self-soothe and auto-regulate, to know that they can be secure in themselves and become more independent. So, excuse me, there's these three things go together. I'll just run through a few things. So protest, despair and denial. When the child is separated from their parent, they'll initially protest, then despair when they realise their parent isn't returning, and they become very sad. And then after that, there's denial that they've even like gone, or they're even there, like denying it all. So in the protest or protesting, they actively complain, cry, search for the parent. In despair, they're very quiet, sad, withdrawn. They withdraw and they stop playing, and they seem to be settling. I'm not too sure about that, but why that was in the, but yeah. And denial, there's a lack of affection, interest for mother or others, and there's no joy when the mother comes back, and they don't protest when the mother leaves. So kind of like, yeah, this denial of what's actually happening. Which bit should I go to now? I'll do this. So I've mentioned the secure attachment, the secure base. So, but secure attachment is basically the child is moderately distressed when separated from the caregiver, but they're easy to console when reunited. They trust their parent and they can display emotions and can ask for help. The insecure avoidant, brackets dismissing, little anxiety when separated from caregiver, doesn't interact when reunited, and treat caregiver as stranger, and the parent is unresponsive to the child's needs. They also don't interact with the stranger as much, and they don't look for security and care from others. Then there's the insecure ambivalent, brackets preoccupied. The infant protests when separated from the parent, can be comforted when reunited, and tends to be clingy. Parents are inconsistent and unpredictable, and caring and dismissive. So they're caring and dismissive at the same time. This attachment style, they remain distressed and can't be consoled. I won't run through this too much, but basically the adult attachment style sort of proposes that how adults perceive and respond to emotional, it thinks about how adults perceive and respond to emotional intimacy and closeness. It also thinks about the ability to communicate emotions, needs, and understand those of partners, and then also how they respond to conflicts and expectations about the relationship, how they being like adults. And then there's kind of 4 types of, I guess, like attachment style character. Autonomous, again, I won't go into these much. Autonomous being low in anxiety, low in avoidance. Dismissing, high in avoidance and low in anxiety. Preoccupied, high in anxiety and low in avoidance. Disorganized, cannot tolerate intimacy and closeness. And then in terms of psychotherapy for disorganized attachment, so the cannot tolerate intimacy and closeness, there's mentalization, sort of bringing the good and bad closer together, reducing this splitting of all good or bad that they see in others. And then there's also DBT, so what's that called? Diet. I forgot what that is. Dialectical behavior therapy. Is that right? Let me know in the comments. I can actually just Google it. I always forget what that actually stands for. Dialectical behavior therapy. Which is sort of thinking about understanding how to self-regulate, and that can be used for things like BPD. BPD is linked quite a lot to disorganized attachment style, so that's kind of where that comes in. And in terms of attachment issues, the greater it kind of, if you've got some attachment issues, then you're potentially more prone to anxiety and depression, externalizing behavior such as drug and alcohol misuse, poor resilience, controlling behavior, etc., BPD, bereavement and abuse. And the only way to measure attachment, like the official way, is through the Adult Attachment Interview, Main and Solomon, 1985. It's around 40 questions. That's a very brief summary from my lecture. And then I had the skills session, and I volunteered to be the client, so that was really fun. Well, it was actually quite heavy because I kind of spoke about how I related, because I think with that lecture it's quite heavy anyway, because everyone can relate to it in their own way, and in some way. And then I kind of reflected on that a bit, thought about my own experiences of like relationships with my parents and relationships with my family and everything, relationships with everyone, and then just drew on other things. So yeah, it was a good experience though. I said it was kind of cathartic. It did make me feel a bit emotional, but it was good. And then I had my PPD group, personal professional development, and that was good. Then I went off to see my friend, went to a nice cafe, caught up because we hadn't seen each other in a year and a half since I graduated from my undergrad, so that was lovely to catch up. It was sort of just like old times. It was just normal, yeah, really nice. And that was that, really, and then came back home. And today we are actually off to Frome, with some friends, and we're sort of just going to explore there, get a coffee, because I haven't had my coffee yet. It's quite late for me actually now. Explore Frome and just have a look around, because we haven't been, none of us have been, so it'll be me and my girlfriend and our friends, and then no doubt I'll watch the Man U game later and watch us lose. I hope not, I'll be very sad. And then I might, it's a Sunday, probably won't, let's be honest. I was going to say I might look at the course essay, but I think I'd probably just want to chill, because it's been like 6 days of doing something, so I think it's only right that I should take a nice rest and take a break. Again, what is everyone up to? Don't have to tell me, but just I hope you all have a lovely Sunday and take it easy. As always, just be kind to yourself, and if you're feeling overwhelmed, then feel free to kind of message me and can have a chat. Obviously I'm not a therapist, but like more just as a human being, just see if I can help in any way, or just for you to chat, and might be nice to talk to someone. And if you're feeling overwhelmed, this is not necessarily gonna solve it, but like I've been speaking about before with breathing, mindfulness, and just taking really deep breaths, and just sitting, if you're sitting down, feeling your neck and your shoulders. This is something we did in personal professional development, PPD. Thinking about your neck and your shoulders, your traps, neck, shoulders, traps, neck, traps, shoulders, and think about like any tension and weight you're carrying there, and just go breathe, like 3 seconds in, just like hold for 3 seconds, and then out for 3 or whatever, and just do that quite a few times, and you might just find that you're a bit more calm. So that's it from me, and I will speak to you tomorrow. I do have a list of everything I'm going to speak about Monday to Friday, because I came up with some ideas. Whether I actually follow that, who knows, probably not, but take care everyone, have a lovely Sunday.